Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Code, DTC P0014, indicates a malfunction in the Variable Timing Control VTC B system for the Honda CRV model year 2017 to 2022. This issue can impact the engine's variable valve timing, which directly affects performance and efficiency. The VTC mechanism allows the engine to adjust the timing of the intake and exhaust valves based on driving conditions, optimizing both power and fuel economy. When the system malfunctions, it can lead to poor performance or increased emissions. Before beginning troubleshooting, it's essential to check for any accompanying DTCs, such as P0013 or P0366, as these may need to be addressed first. The problem could potentially stem from issues with oil pressure, the VTC oil control solenoid valve B, or the powertrain control module PCM connections. The VTC B system directly influences the timing of the engine's valve operations. The key components involved in the P0014 error include the VTC oil control solenoid valve B and the engine's oil pressure system. The VTC oil control solenoid valve B is typically located near the engine's cylinder head and regulates the flow of engine oil to the VTC mechanism, allowing for timely adjustments in valve operation. Additionally, the engine oil must be at the correct level and under sufficient pressure for the VTC system to function correctly. If oil pressure is low, it may hinder the operation of the solenoid and lead to the P0014 DTC. Understanding the precise location and roles of these components is crucial in effectively diagnosing the issue at hand. Several potential causes could trigger the DTC P0014. Low oil pressure is often the first suspect, as insufficient oil can prevent the VTC oil control solenoid from operating effectively. If the engine oil level is acceptable, a deeper inspection into the oil pressure might be necessary. A faulty VTC oil control solenoid, valve B, can also lead to DTC P0014, as a malfunction in this component directly disrupts the operation of the VTC system. Additionally, wiring issues such as corroded connectors or loose terminals present another possible cause for this DTC, as poor electrical connections can affect the communication between the solenoid and the powertrain control module. Each of these areas requires careful examination to identify the root cause of the malfunction. When the DTC P0014 is triggered, the driver may experience a variety of symptoms. The most common indication is poor engine performance, which may manifest as hesitation, reduced power, or decreased acceleration. This arises from the engine's inability to properly adjust valve timing under varying load conditions. Additionally, the check engine light will illuminate on the dashboard, serving as a warning to the driver that there is an issue that requires attention. Furthermore, increased emissions may also occur due to improper combustion timing resulting from the malfunctioning VTC system. Recognizing these symptoms early can lead to quicker resolutions, ultimately maintaining the vehicle's performance and efficiency. The first step in troubleshooting DTC P0014 involves checking the oil pressure. First, turn the vehicle ignition to the on position and clear the Diagnostic Trouble Code using the HDS, Honda Diagnostic System. After this, switch the vehicle to off mode. Start the engine and keep an eye on the low oil pressure indicator within the gauge. If the low oil pressure indicator remains lit, it suggests a potential issue with either the oil level or pressure. Verify the engine oil level. If it is acceptable, proceed to check the engine oil pressure itself, as low oil pressure could be the primary issue causing the VTC B malfunction. In the second step, perform a problem verification by selecting the VTC test in the HDS inspection menu, specifically the EX VTC option. This step is vital for ensuring that the variable timing control system is functioning as intended. If the test results indicate that the status is okay, you can proceed to the next step in the troubleshooting process. Conversely, if the results are not satisfactory, it may be necessary to move on to a more detailed investigation in Step 5 to identify specific issues. This step is essential as it provides foundational data to help diagnose whether the VTC system is operational and aligned with expected parameters. In the third step of troubleshooting DTC P0014, conduct a test drive of the vehicle at a steady speed between 19 and 37 miles per hour, 30 to 60 kilometers per hour, for about 10 minutes. During this test drive, it is crucial to check various parameters using the HDS. Specifically, monitor values such as the EX VTC status to determine whether the current conditions match the predefined threshold values. If they align, you can proceed to Step 4, marking an indication that the VTC system might be functioning correctly. However, if the conditions do not match, it implies that there is still a malfunction, and you will need to return to Step 3 to reassess and ensure all parameters are within the required limits. In the fourth troubleshooting step, you will again conduct a test drive maintaining a steady speed between 19 and 37 miles per hour, 30 to 60 kilometers per hour, for 10 minutes, while closely monitoring the onboard diagnostics OBD status for DTC P0014 using the HDS. If the diagnostics indicate a failed status, this confirms that the issue persists and you should proceed to Step 5 for further inspection. However, if the HDS indicates a past status or perhaps an intermittent failure, then the system may be functioning correctly at that moment. It is advisable to look for any poor electrical connections or loose terminals, particularly at the VTC oil control solenoid valve B and the PCM. Also, attempt to recreate the failure using the snapshot captured by the HDS under the same conditions to gain insights into the issue. The final troubleshooting step involves checking the VTC oil control solenoid valve B itself. Begin by testing this component to determine its functionality. If the solenoid is found to be operating correctly, further inspection of the VTC system's oil passages is warranted, and cleaning may be necessary to ensure there are no obstructions affecting performance. On the other hand, if the VTC oil control solenoid valve B is deemed faulty, it is essential to replace this part to rectify the issue. A malfunctioning solenoid can directly lead to DTC P0014, meaning that addressing it effectively culminates the troubleshooting process and should restore the correct operation of the VTC system. After completing all necessary repairs for DTC P0014, it's important to perform a final verification. Start by rechecking the DTC status to ensure that the previously stored code has been cleared and does not reappear. Additionally, confirm the overall functionality of the VTC system by conducting another test drive to ensure the engine operates smoothly without any hesitation or warning lights. If any issues persist, further diagnostics may be required to confirm the integrity of the repaired components. Finally, clear any remaining diagnostic trouble codes to complete the process and reset the vehicle's electronic monitoring systems. To prevent future occurrences of DTC P0014, implementing a routine maintenance schedule is essential. Regular oil changes should be prioritized, as older oil can lose its lubricating properties and affect engine performance, including the VTC system's operation. Additionally, Routinely check oil levels to ensure they are within the manufacturer's specified range. Low oil levels can mimic symptoms of a VTC malfunction. It's also critical to inspect electrical connections related to the VTC system, particularly the solenoid and the PCM, for signs of corrosion or looseness. Addressing these areas can significantly enhance the reliability of the VTC system and prevent unexpected malfunctions. In conclusion, understanding the role of the VTC system and the implications of DTC P0014 is crucial for effective vehicle maintenance. Common symptoms, such as poor performance and the illuminated check engine light, should alert drivers to potential issues that warrant immediate attention. By following the systematic troubleshooting steps outlined in this guide, technicians can effectively identify and rectify the underlying problems causing the malfunction. Additionally, implementing preventive maintenance practices like regular oil changes and inspection of electrical components can help extend the life and functionality of the VTC system. Staying proactive not only ensures optimal performance, but also helps in maintaining vehicle reliability over time. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.